And then you become free from all of these things, sorrows. And if you remove sorrow, what remains is happiness. If you remove sorrow, what remains is contentment. You are experiencing a different game altogether in the mind. You want to say anything? You want to ask anything? How to come behind the dotted line? We spoke of this upward spiral. That is, one is knowing this and other is putting it into practice. The dotted line is ignorance. You cross that line, it is ignorance. When you bring clarity, then you are changing the game. Some expressions that you might like to make note of. One expression is detached involvement. We don't want to run away from this world. Like the sannyasi tradition, they want to move away from this world. They say this world is a problem. So that is not our aim. We are involved. We are involved, but we don't want to get trapped. That is the difference. So detached involvement. So you are involved, at the same time free. Guest is a beautiful example. Guest is very involved, at the same time he remains free. He knows his world, he knows the bigger map. That's the difference between guest or anyone else. Guest is involved, and that's why we are using that word guest. So the words guest, traveler, witness. Witness doesn't create attachments. Trustee, player, these are good words. Player, he is playing, but he doesn't say this is my ball. He leaves things, goes home. Actor is on the stage, but internally he is aware, he played that stunt, but his world is completely separate. These words are very useful for our practice. Yeah, how to go up the spiral, that question. Make note of these words. We use the word traveler, a guest, an actor, trustee, witness, detached observer. So all these, you are involved, at the same time you are free. We also saw, if we cross that line, then all these things, from the first second, all these things will follow, consciously, subconsciously. And people think this is normal because everyone else is in that state. But spiritual knowledge tells that this is abnormal. This is not normal. We are struggling, emotional, mental, it is getting worse and creating wars, because we have crossed the line. This is not a normal state. All our social problems are secondary to this emotional problem. For example, addictions, they are 100% connected to subconscious insecurity. Greed, because of insecurity. These are problems, social problems. Violence, because of insecurity. You see the connection. If you are insecure, then there are chances of you getting angry. And then violence, another reason for violence is greed. that exists. Jealousy, yes, that is. And if we want to address it, it is like the way they address, have more police force and have more guns, this kind of way to solve it. We have to address the root. That is that option we have. Not wait for it to get so bad that we have to then control it in a superficial way. Address the root. And we say we have to do it in ourselves. It is not that some people are bad people, they have to change. No, we start with ourselves. And we start with 1 minute. Anyone can create 1 minute. Good habits, bad habits, they all start somewhere. But we also saw, if you are above the line, if you create this 1 minute, during those minutes you are experiencing a different game altogether. You are discovering that noble side of you. And it is there. All are eagles. They are thinking they are chicken. They are all eagles. And then you are discovering these higher emotions, and higher emotions include peace, happiness, contentment. Happiness comes with friends. These are all different feelings that come. These are authentic. When you are starting with secure feeling, the other feelings are authentic. Like there is sometimes, some religions might say, love your enemy. Ordinarily we can't love enemy. You can't even love friends. Leave aside enemy. If you are insecure, if your friends are making you insecure, you won't feel love for the friends. But when you are in that higher space, when you are above the line, when you don't have any bondages here, mind is not there, then you are not taking anything personally. Like right now, I am a guest here, and someone says, I don't like the shape of this table, or he doesn't like the shape of this chair. I don't take it personally, because I am myself a guest here. You understand? In the same way, here, when you are saying, I, the invisible traveler, temporarily using this body, I don't own one atom of this world. That includes I don't own the body either. We said I'm a trustee here, I'm a traveler here, I'm a guest here. So he feels internally free from the body. And so someone says about a body, he doesn't take things personally. He doesn't take anything personally. When you cross the line, you take things personally. You are quick at taking offense, quick at giving offense. When you are above the line, you don't take offense. And that's why there is no reason for taking sorrow or seeing someone as an enemy. It becomes less and less. You want to add anything? Say anything?
Buddhism deals with this type of...
Does Buddhism deal with this? It is in that direction, yeah. Just that there is not that very clear, and not the details, and that is the difference. But in that direction. Right, yes. So we will see today, we saw that we are guests here, and that is nice, but where does this guest come from? And does he belong anywhere? So let us see the spiritual model. And in this spiritual model, the whole physical world is seen as a drama stage. Let me draw again. The entire physical world is a drama stage. What you see there is a drama stage. And if it is a stage and drama, what is this? It's a curtains on both sides. Now, world is a stage. Shakespeare tells us world is a stage. So there is a stage there, and there are curtains on both sides. Are you okay with it? Okay, one question to you now. If it's a drama stage and there are curtains, what is this? Still another word. One who gets the right answer get a prize. Chocolate. You get a chocolate. So what? Character. Performer. Sure. In the spiritual model, the player, sure. The actor comes on the stage. Actor doesn't belong to the stage. Actor, the invisible traveler is the invisible actor. And he has entrance, he has exit. He's associated with a mask. In a drama you need a mask to use a mask to and he plays a character. Someone is playing the part of a Cinderella or playing the part of Harry Potter. That is a character. Actor is completely separate. Agree? So there is a James Bond character, but there is an actor behind. And in this case, the actor is invisible actor. Invisible guest is the invisible actor, associated with many things on the stage, temporarily. That's the theater part is temporary. That like this PRASHANTH part is happening on the drama. At the same time, there is the invisible actor associated with this part. And that invisible actor has his journey beyond. That invisible actor, he belongs to a different world. It is a world beyond. Spiritual model is that. It's a bigger map we are seeing. Invisible actor belongs to that other world. That's why he is a guest in this physical world. In this model, that is the home of everyone. Everyone belongs to that world. That world is different to this world. To begin with, this physical world is so gross. Whereas our home, it is subtle. Our existence here is temporary, whereas that world is eternal, timeless. This world is there lots of sound and noise. Agree? That's why you hear the sound, noise. At this level you expect, that is what the world of sound is. If you want silence, go there. That's the world of complete silence. In this world there is variety. If you see this planet, there are billions, 8 billion, 8.1 billion human beings. They are all different. Not one is alike. Everything is different. Part is different, details are different, even the appearances are different. Variety. If you want equality, come behind. There is the greatest equality behind. So this is a world of equality, world of liberty, freedom. world of security. But it is a world where there is no reason for desire, desperation, sorrow. It is like a human beings. It is the eagles who are living there. They all know that they are eagles. To come in the theatre is not a sin, as was said. To come in a drama is not, it is not a big mistake to come in the drama. But what is wrong what is wrong? Do we do anything wrong? What is wrong is to cross this dotted green line. Once we cross this dotted green line, then that theatre becomes our world. When we are above the line, that is a theatre. Actor is associated with this temporary drama, and you are aware of your world beyond. You are noble and secure in your immortality. When you cross the line, you think you are Harry Potter. It is as absurd as that. Your attachments there lead to such a level of ignorance, confusion. You live in that theatre. That's what happens when you cross the line. Our aim at present time is to come up that spiral, to cross that line again. That is our aim. And it has to start somewhere. We have to all make this effort, and someone has to start this effort. We are understanding the cause of why this human riddle. Human beings, what their behavior and taking sorrow, giving sorrow, we are not made for this. Everyone leads a life. It is nicely mentioned in spiritual writings. Lives of every human being at present is of anxious lust and lustful anxiety. Whole life. They want more, and will I get it? Will I lose it? Anxiety around it. Anxious lust and lustful anxiety. And their death is a failure. Everyone dies a death of a failure. They would rather live longer. I worked all this life and I'm losing it, and I'm losing everything. Losing family, losing my position, losing all I worked for. This is the life of regret. This is not the way we are made. It is that wrong mindset that creates this kind of a life. When you come above the line, same life is going on, same work. But he knows he never dies. There is neither lust nor anxiety, because he knows his noble personality. He knows something else. That life is full, noble. He knows of his immortality. He knows the greatness of everyone. He knows everyone is lovely and worthy of love. They themselves may not know, but he knows that everyone is worthy of respect and love. Silently he knows this. He knows the immense greatness of others. So the mind remains authentic in cleanliness. Every minute you are practicing it, it will only become stronger. You keep nourishing it, it will become stronger. And then, it is also nice. You win the sky, you also win the earth. So one who has experienced this, he feels, okay, he got this, and now the physical world, it appears like a extraordinary gift. A theatre is a nice thing to go and watch. In a theatre, and the dragon comes, and the villain comes, hero comes. It is all nice. Every moment is a nice. Director, producer have made that performance for your entertainment. It is as a gift. So one who comes in this world from that higher consciousness, he wins the sky, he also wins the earth. He knows that his immortality and that greatness and that sublime experience. But when he comes here, this is also a great gift. He enjoys this world. You want to add anything? You want to say anything?
Why did the traveler come in the first place?
Why do we come in the first place? Yes. Today's title is a game, the game of life. And what happens in a game? Any game, what happens in a game? Player winning the game. Every player, say, it's a football player, he first has got a home. He has to have a home where there are parents and he has food and basic needs are there. And then he comes on the play field, he plays for an hour, may play for 2 hours, and then he comes back home. Understand now? So there is always a primary world and then there is a secondary world. Game means this. And this one is the primary world. You got your home, you got your family, you got your job, and that is all there safely. And now for 1 hour you go into the secondary world, you go on the field, you play. But then he comes back to the home. That is what happens in a game. So this is what happens in sport or game. What happens in a theater? When you go to watch theater, you got your primary reality, you got your home, and then for 1 hour, 2 hours, you are going into the secondary reality altogether. Some theater going on, you sort of watch it for 2 hours, but then you are coming back to your world. When you go on holidays, you see the same thing. There is the primary world, and then for few days, few weeks, you are going into another reality, and then you come back into your primary world when you go on holidays. When you are reading a story or dealing with a story, writing a story, it's the same. You got your primary world, you enjoy the story world. Circus. Do you like circus? And the bigger version of the circus is roller coaster. You are going into some ride, going up, down, and it throws you up, it's a roller coaster. In that also, you got your primary world, you got a secondary world. You are paying money for all these things, all these game, theater, holiday, roller coaster. You are paying money to experience it. People see it as happy experiences. Understand? And they are enjoyable experiences. They sometimes work whole week to earn money so that they can, over the weekend, play the game, watch a theater, go on holidays, get involved in circus or story. Agree? They are sort of seeing this. So secondary reality is seen as a enjoyable activity. They are enjoyable activity because they are secondary world. It sometimes happens that someone is playing computer games. Computer game is also a game. You are playing a computer game. And what happens in some percentage of people, they get drawn into the computer game. And the language term is used, emotionally disconnected from their primary world. This happens, with many people. It goes into psychiatric condition. They are not talking to their parents, they are ignoring that life. But then they start ignoring themselves. They are emotionally disconnected even from themselves. They don't eat, they don't clean themselves, but they are very good in computer world. That secondary world has become their primary world. And then they can't enjoy it anymore. Because it is not a great primary world. Like I will give you one example. One friend of ours in Cambridge, family, husband, wife, they were based in Cambridge and they were going to Scotland to one place once a year, on holidays. And they used to absolutely enjoy their time in Scotland and then come back. And every year they are going to that place, that particular place, on holidays. After some years, that place was on holidays, was on sale, offer. So they decided we enjoy it so much, so we might as well move over there, live there, sell the house here and go and live there. So they moved to that place in Scotland. And now when you meet them, what they are telling? They are complaining about that place. Understand, no? When it was a secondary experience, it was a holiday. When it became your primary place, it is not a holiday anymore. And it is not an amazing place as a primary place. So also here, this is crossing the line is this. When that secondary world has become your primary world, crossing the line. So here we are saying, and let me draw that dotted green line. Here is a dotted green line. To come into the secondary world is a gift for everyone. It is like a enjoyable activities. What the spiritual knowledge is telling us, real primary world is here. And this whole, what you are seeing here as a theater and drama, this is the secondary world. We come into the secondary world. It is nice to come as into the game, to play the game. All the players, they don't want to just stay in the home. If you are a player, you want to come into the secondary world. Come on the field and act. Say some player here, some football player of your city. You tell him, I'm going to give you a very good home and never play. He will not say it is a nice arrangement. Stay in the home all the time. No, he is a player. He wants to come on the field. He knows beforehand he will get tired and he may win, he may lose, he may, get blue card, red card, but he's a player. He wants to go, and the time comes, he wants to come back home. So same thing happens here. We come onto this field to play. To play is not a sin, as we are emphasizing. To come in the physical world is not a sin, but to cross the line is a sin. To play football is not a sin. What happens? When you cross the line, what will happen? To come and play football is not a problem. What does it mean to cross the line? Anyone can answer.